Hey y'all, this my YouTube. And yes, I be in my room. I messed up blinds and my hair be looking a mess at night. Forget y'all. But anyway, off to the matter. I just wanna talk about, me being who I am every day. And how many friends I've lost, how many friends I've gained because of the way I am. And that is being honest towards people. And sometimes I get scared of losing friends about what I say, and then they think I don't make any sense, or they don't think, oh, you're not saying nothing right, and you don't understand, there's no such thing, and there's no whatever. Listen. I could pull out the Bible right now, but I can't find my Bible. And I do want to say this right here. I'm not a religious person. I will say that real quick. I am not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. I don't put myself in no religion. I don't do none of that. However, I do consider being a Christian because I am Christ-like. However, I am still human, so I do things that I'm not supposed to. But let me do something for all of y'all, because it's almost time. There's a lot too much going on, weather fucking up, and ain't nobody paying no attention to it. But everybody says no such thing as God and none of that. However, and then they always point out certain shit. They don't point out the whole thing. They don't point out the books and all of that and whatever, in the history of the Bible and whatever. Let me be clear. I'm going to share something with you guys. I was on a bus one day, right? And this guy, he said something I've been trying to tell people for the longest. And I've said it exactly the way he said it. Just not in more detail or, very, blunt. Because, I'm a female and I'm a writer too. So, I'm a very detailed person. However, he said something that was correct. When you learn the Bible, do not only learn it on the biblical sense. Because science and the Bible is connected, whether you want to believe it or not, and where you be like, well, no. Yes, it is. You know what be pain to believe these days about the Bible? Okay, I had an itchy, y'all, excuse me. Everybody don't want to be with the Bible, in science, because I don't believe that and blah, blah, blah. Okay. But then people say, well, I don't knock you about what the Bible says, and it's because if I use the Bible, you can't knock that too. This guy said exactly what I've been saying. He told this young man on the bus, he was probably in his teenage years, probably about to graduate from college. From high school or whatever the case. And his mom wasn't a religious person, but she was a spiritual person. And he said some real stuff. He told that young man, don't ever stop believing in God. Don't stop believing in him. Don't stop trust. Don't do none of that. He said because one time he's been in the place where he blamed God for all his problems. He blamed God, like, why he let this happen, why he let that happen, why, all this stuff. I think, and then you got these new Christians called the Gnostic Christians or whatever. And they talking about some, you gotta think for yourself, you need to learn free will. Pause, nigga. I know I said the N-word, but let me see something, right? Let me back this up. Don't you believe in with that. Don't join that. Because here's the thing that you don't understand. God has already given you that. To think for yourself. If we was not given the chance to think for ourselves and to do whatever we wanted to do and to think the way we wanted to do and to believe whatever we wanted to believe, then there would not be no such thing as all these situations happening right now. It was a Gnostic Christian on Facebook. They had a video about what if the one that we've been believing in the Bible was actually Satan. No. This is what I try to tell people and explain to people. The guy comment under his, this other guy, he comments, he said, wait, God already gave us free will. What are you talking about? You just asking them to join something? And then I follow behind that, but not behind them, but right on top. Because, my comment went on top of there. And I said, why? This is not free will if you're asking me to join something. You're persuading me to join whatever you are. Because then that's not free will anymore. You're asking me to join something. And then I'm among you, so I'm not free will. I have to think like you when I have my own mind. And if I have my own mind, I don't need to join nothing. Real stuff. That's how I see it. You don't got to join nothing. This is what I'm going to tell everybody. See, everybody don't want to believe me when I say you need to put Buddhism and Christianity together because it makes every bit of sense. Also, because remember, black people was everywhere. That's it. That's the done deal. As we started everything, we are the start of everything. I do believe, however, white people was a different, I wouldn't say Israelite tribe, but they were a different type of people in the Bible. Now, it's a possible chance that in the Bible they were described as somebody. But see, nobody knows that. People don't look in the Bible and look at the details, and the clues is right there. This guy, and then going back to the guy on the bus, he said something real stuff. The Bible is your history. That is the history for everything. Don't get me wrong. Genesis is a little sketchy. However, when I read it again, some things started to make more sense to me. Now, in the beginning, God said it was dark, right? Man, wasn't nothing on the earth. There is a potential chance there were volcanoes on the earth, and water was everywhere and boiling, and it was nothing. It was just God created this old big cosmic universe, and there was no other beings. And he felt like the energy he already had, he felt like he needed to create more from himself. After he created the angels, he said, well, nah, I don't want that. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have things to do in heaven. I want to create some people that don't mind worshiping me, but, I'ma love them, and I want them to make sure, let them take care of this place. It's boring. These beings need to be everything I am. From me. They come from me. So, therefore, he created us, the human being. Now, when it said in the beginning it was dark, and then when God said let there be light, okay, science literally states that factor about the earth. That was nothing. There was nothing on here. It was pretty much like Venus. So God just so happened to choose this one to produce what it's supposed to produce. Now, in a science lab, they did say that there was only a few inorganic matters can make organic matter. like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, and there's one more. Most is hydrogen, carbon, oxygen. Oh shit! And I think it's nitrogen, and I think it's one more. That might be it. Because at the time, the only thing that was there was carbon monoxide, because you can't breathe that, and you breathe that out now, or dioxide actually, and ammonium in the air. When you put that together and you do the chemical reaction to that, water comes out of that. Water and hydrogen comes out of it, which means maybe possibly, H2O, oxygen, meaning the air began to be breathable. So God had to make the earth breathable for us to even be here. He said, this is not, this don't, for what I'm going to create, they got to be able to breathe on this earth. They got to be able to live here without all of this. So he had to get rid of that. He wanted the earth to be perfect for us to live on. You know what I'm saying? For us to have fun on. For us to study it. So we wouldn't be bored. He'd say that. That's pretty much what it was. To let our curiosity soar. You feel what I'm saying? After a while, he said, okay, I done did this with the earth. I done put light on it. I done, gave it some green. I done gave it some land. Now what I need to do is put beings on it. So, the first two to be created. He didn't say stop that. It said those were the first two to be created. So those were the first beings. But did he stop at those two? If you read the Bible further, no, he didn't. This lecture is on Genesis, and I'm backing it up with science. So don't get on me. You can say whatever you want. Okay? If he did that, then he put us on the earth. Then he created two people, male, female. Now, human physiology states that pretty much males and females are alike only by maybe 1 or 2% if you look at every detail on the chemical aspect as well as the anatomy. The only thing that makes us different is the fact that we have the same reproductive organs, except for we have something so we could produce babies. Women, that is. We need something to produce babies and to feed our babies. So that's why he gave us bosoms. And our chemicals, the woman body is made to pretty much take care of our child, to hold another being, and to nurture another being. That's it. We are our everything else, like our reproductive parts, like our vagina. It is pretty much a man's, but it's the other way. Not like a trainee type of shit, but it's just the other way. And the fact that, all the reproductive organs is attached to ours. Everything is in. Our testicles in. Our whatever is in. Everything is in. Everything is for us to receive the male. We're not supposed to get receivers. Okay? We came from the male. If we came out of a male's rib cage, and God said, this is man, this is woman. When you put the words together, he didn't make man, no. He just made something to look like Adam, but a female version of himself. That doesn't mean he made him a trainee. I'm just saying he made a female version of him. That's why I told everyone on this earth, no one should be alone. However, because of the choices we've made today, everybody's alone because of what they decided to do. Everybody's alone because some people are still alone because they still don't get it. Now, if God made a man and a woman, and I ain't going to no homophobic bullshit. I ain't homophobic. I'm just saying I ain't going to that. But if he made that, he made a man, he made a woman, those are the first two beings. This is what I mean on a scientific level, on human physiology level. He made that for a purpose. Every chemical in your body, if you do your research, your own research, don't use Wikipedia, y'all. Stop using that. Use WebMD or something, or if you want, later on, I actually still carry my human physiology book, and I can find the chapter, and we're going to be on the Bible, or for the past month, this is what we're going to be on. In my human physiology book, I have to find it. I think on the reproductive chapter, when it talks about the male and the female and how it comes to be, and it also talks about the hormones and how we produce more, like women produce more estrogen. How is that to be? However, we still have testosterone in our bodies. That is not a male hormone. The male hormone, I think it starts with an A. That's the male hormones. It's not testosterone. Testosterone is in male and female. You see how that we're the same, but there's no. If you don't believe me, I will show you. I will put it on this camera. But not tonight, because I'm not even sure if I gotta work tomorrow, okay, y'all? I'm just saying. But I'm gonna talk about this for at least 10 more minutes. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I have a human physiology book. If you don't want to go research, I can look it up for you and pull up the page, and I can even, sometimes the book actually have little websites or whatever, you know what I'm saying, for you to look at. And if you want, you can go look at it, you know what I'm saying, you can go look it up, whatever you want to do. Okay, that is the thing. This is what people don't understand. We're not so different. So quit saying, oh my God, y'all is no, we're not, guys. It's just the way God made us to be. If we came out of your rib cage, we're your other half. We're the female version of you. Not every single one of you, but we're the female version of man. You feel what I'm saying? That's man, woman. Get it? You ain't ever thought about that. Okay? Don't make it a joke though. But that's the point. That is how he made it work. And then God balanced us. Now we're going to get into balance just a tad, but that's going to be in another lecture. Okay, this is where the balance starts. The balance is everything had, including the animals, always had what? Male, female. And this is before the parasites came and the insects came. And the creeping things may have not been the biting stuff to bite everybody. It didn't go that far. However, there is a possibility that the dinosaurs did exist. It didn't say dinosaur on the land, but it said it was a few creatures. But the dinosaurs didn't bite anybody and attack Adam and Eve at all. But see, at the time they was in the Garden of Eden. Now we're going to go there a little bit further with the Garden of Eden, but not now, because that's on the lecture of mysterious places type shit. Okay? And however, if you keep reading Genesis on and on, we're going to go off of that part. Like I said, human physiology states that factor. Now, we're going to get into science in the Bible again, but not entirely. If Cain and Abel probably was twin brothers, not entirely two different brothers, but don't know. I forgot that part. But Cain and Abel came to be. Cain was the first murderer. Whoop. First person have that one little teensy winks of free will and the emotion of extreme anger, meaning rage and jealousy and envious. That is the first thing that happened. Bingo. Because it was from when Adam and Eve ate from the wrong tree. However, it was like God knew this was going to happen once he put the beings here. He thought that wouldn't, and he wanted it to be a different outcome. However, that is not to be the case. If you go through the Bible, and I'll say this real quick, God always created two paths. And for some odd reason, always chose the easy, simple, wrong path. Because we thought maybe that's where God wanted us to go. Nope. He always wanted you to go the hard path. And in this case, the tree of life, if we just would have kept eating from that, we would have lived a lot longer. Half of us probably been immortals. Immortals probably would have been springing up everywhere. And we wouldn't have trouble with childbirth, none of that. However, we're not going to get there. I'm going to go to the Cain situation. I'm going further down that path. I'm going to point out the situation when Cain, after he receives the mark on top of his head, when Cain goes and all of a sudden, bingo, he has a wife. But you know what's fucked up that everybody keep thinking? Oh, we created, you know what I'm saying? We all distant cousins. But then God said we shouldn't have incest. Pause. Did anywhere in the Bible did it say that we was dating or marrying each other? No. As a matter of fact, if you don't let it catch your eye, in the King James Version, Cain left the place his parents was, which means that story is still left out. Nobody knows what happens to Adam and Eve after Cain left. After Cain left, the story was on Cain. Well, no, it was on Cain, and then when it went back to Adam and Eve, it just said that they had more children, and that was about it. They just had more kids, and they spread out. But they didn't marry each other. Somehow they just went, found some land, and just spread it out. Some probably took wherever Cain went, took wives, took husbands, and left. However, y'all don't pay no attention. Y'all don't pay no attention to this part. It says Cain left. He ran away from the site he killed his brother and ran off. He not ever once went back to wherever his parents were. Wherever Adam and Eve was, he didn't go back there. He went the other way. Then he found some woman. He found a woman and made her a wife. Where did she come from? Bingo. Question mark. What's fucked up is everybody been thinking incest been going on with the Genesis situation. It makes a few sense and it's still a little sketchy, but it's okay. It's okay to have a little sketchiness with Genesis. It's we don't know what happened because it's just Genesis. We don't know. However, I will say this, and I will point this out. And this is not going to be connected to no scientific stuff. I will say this right here, though. I will say this. In science, they say different, Homo sapiens spread it out everywhere. So let me tell you this. It's a potential chance God created more people. He just created Adam and Eve first. He might have created more people after Adam and Eve decided to do what he wanted to do. When they did, they wanted to do what they wanted to do. And eat from the wrong tree. When they got cast out of the Garden of Eden, God said, well, I don't want them to be totally alone. It's just them two, and you know what I'm saying? Now they about to have 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? They about to have some kids. And God wasn't stupid. He said, wait, now, that's not going to be right. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be marrying their brothers and sisters. It's not going to be very nice. So, the events that occurred may have happened for a reason. Maybe this is how God wanted to start our planet. May have been a little fucked up, but it happened. Okay? He created more people. So that way when Cain went to go find a wife, he found a wife somewhere else. Then you get into the story of Adam. This town, somewhere else, Adam had a wife from over there. What was it? Sarah? I think that was Sarah. Somebody gonna have to refresh my memory on that one. It was Sarah. So, there you go. It was Abram, and then he called him Abraham, See? That just made sense in almost 30 minutes. Y'all won't get this. Y'all won't even share this. It's all good. Like and subscribe. You want more Bible messages? You about to have some more Bible messages. Good night, y'all. God be with you.